We have so many maggots. We have so many maggots. We have so many maggots. We have maggots on the line. Hello?
I'm here laying in bed. My back's killing me because I went to my doctor.
Yeah?
And he gave me some stuff for it. It seems like it screwed me up even worse.
What? Are you in the semi-Fowler position?
I'm just flat on my back, Grease. I'm hurting.
Well, the semi-Fowler position is 2 pillows under your knees.
Yeah?
Head slightly elevated.
No, you just had me flat on my back and gave me some medicine.
What's the name of the medicine? Naproxen.
Flexeril.
Oh, yeah. That's a muscle relaxant.
But I went to see him, and I wasn't that bad. I could walk, and now I can't even walk.
No, the Flexeril has nothing to do with the worsening of your condition, buddy. It's the injury itself. Maybe you have disc disease.
Well, he didn't say I have disc disease, but it just seems like the guy's screwing me up more than anything else.
Where does it hurt?
It hurts right my lower back. It goes down my leg.
Oh, God. Classic. I've seen that a million times back in my days as a neurosurgeon. Oh, you didn't know that? Oh, yeah. It was my minor at Harvard Med. Every day I'd walk into the OR. I'd throw my arms skyward and scream, "These hands have been touched by God!" Yeah, I worked in the neuro ward. I remember one time this guy came in, he was screaming. All the classics have those, pain, numbness, radiating pain, ridiculous pain, we like to call it. He said, "Please, doc, please, no myelogram, no disc surgery." I said, "Well, I tend to be a conservative about these things, but you are in a lot of pain. Tell you what we'll do, nurse, start him back. Let's give him a Flexeril, little Motrin, then again, bag the Motrin. We'll go with the Naproxen, and I think we'll put him in traction. Give him a Tylenol 3 to ease off a little bit. I tell you what, buddy. We'll put you in traction for a couple of days, but I tell you what, if the traction doesn't work, we're going to have to use more invasive procedures. Do you understand?" He said, "Please, doc, please. Oh, God." So this guy was, really, I was tempted to just put him down for the myelogram immediately, but then I thought, well, what the heck, if he can handle the pain. So we stretched him out. I really had him trussed up good in the traction. And sure enough, the traction did provide him with some relief. And the Flexeril kind of worked a little bit. He was getting a little dozy. I walked in there to check on him. I had his chart in my hand. He said, "Doc." I said, "What?" He said, "Doc, I'm not used to being in the hospital like this." I said, "I know it is a little disconcerting to someone who's always been healthy." He said, "But you don't understand. I have a tremendous sex drive. I'm recently married, and Doc, we're going at it 4 times a day." I said, "Well, that's very good, but hopefully this traction will work, and in a few days you'll be back home tearing it up again." He said, "No, you don't understand, Doc. I'm like dying here. I hurt my back this morning. I haven't had a session. I'm suffering from DSB. I'm aching, Doc. Doc, you gotta help me." I said, "What can I do?" He said, "Well, I'm in traction. I can't. Could you help me enjoy Roseanne?" I said, "My God, man, are you out of your mind?" He said, "I'm begging you, Doc, or I will unbuckle myself from this traction and check myself out of this hospital." I said, You can't do that. You'll be in we're talking, you'll have back surgery for sure." He said, "Please, Doc, you're a doctor. You can do it. Please, Doc, I'm begging you. Help me enjoy Roseanne." So, being the consummate medical man, I reached into my pocket. I pulled on a couple of latex gloves. I said, "All right, if it'll keep you quiet." He said, "It will, Doc, it will, I swear that." I pulled down the sheets, and sure enough, there he was, 10 hot. So I began. He said, "Ooh, that's nice." I said, "Please." He said, "Doc, would you jiggle my doodads with your other hand?" I said, "Oh, for crying out loud, here." My stethoscope was flapping around, but finally, feeling totally disgusted with myself, I peeled off the latex gloves and hurled him into the garbage can. Just then, who comes walking out of the bathroom in his room but his wife? I couldn't believe it. I said, "What the?" I said, ma'am, do you realize what I just did for your husband here? How come you couldn't do that? She held up her hands and said, my nails are drying.
His honey calls him Scooter. You can just call him that perky little turkey. The Greaseman.